What's going on, folks? What's going on, folks? We live, we live, we live. Y'all already know what it is, man. More big changes and the clarity of what's going on with the Cleveland Browns is starting to be a little bit more clear now. Yes, indeed. What is going on with the Cleveland Browns is starting to be a lot more clear. But here we go, y'all. We back in the mix. Y'all already know what it is. This man on the screen right here, Tommy Reese. Tommy Reese is taking over the play calling for the Cleveland Browns. And we got to ask ourselves the question, what the hell does this mean? Tommy Reese taking over cannot be a good thing for Kevin Stefanski. And I wonder about his job security when it comes down to making a drastic decision like this with all that's going on with the quarterback controversy and all that. You got to wonder to yourself, is this a thing where the ownership is fed up with the coddling of the quarterback situation? Or is this a thing where they're trying to cover for Kevin Stefanski once again? Because it seems to be a lot of that going on with the Cleveland Browns. But, man, let's talk about it. Wait for a few more folks to get in here, man. Hit the like button when you enter the live. We definitely need all the likes. And share the video as much as you can so we can get this out there to the masses. And, man, let's settle into what we're talking about. But there's a lot of trickery going on with the Cleveland Browns, man. And at the end of the day, we're starting to see that Kevin Stefanski's coattail is going to be pulled. We're going to get all the receipts that we need, and we are going to continue to formulate information on what's really going on with this crooked regime that is the Cleveland Browns. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into some of this. Please double tap the screen when you come in, man. We need all the likes we can get. Trying to get this chat a little bit popping tonight. I'm a little late coming on live, but hey, better late than never. Who we got in the chat? Let's see. Don't run now. Yeah, man. So like I said, the Cleveland Browns got a whole lot of shit going on. And what we want to do is get into it, man. So let me go to YouTube real quick and see what is going on. What is the newest news with these guys?
Did Deion Sanders write the draft profile? Did a CU auntie write the draft profile of Shedeur Sanders? Did he give them the Johnny Unitas golden arm win? Like, in my head, I'm like, I get you thinking that Shedeur's not a first round pick. Hey, that not the hottest take. Some people had a first, second round grade on him.
Yep.
But to then come back and say, well, he just can't read defenses. He can't do that. He can't do, like, wait. What? Like, you telling me all these prospects, he was dapping up Brian Daboll. People, he had private workouts, private sessions, everything. But all of a sudden now he's actually worse than a fifth round pick. Dillon Gabriel throwing meatball sandwiches. We can't even get him no playing time. Like, what's going on?
Listen, speaking of, they didn't give up them. We got to get you on this. They didn't give up them playing. They didn't give up that play calling.
How about that? Because if you stop calling the play.
Now, y'all already know, man, what's really going on when you hear somebody say, and this is the second year in a row, by the way. This is the second year in a row that Kevin Stefanski has relinquished the duties of calling the plays. To me, maybe you don't belong being an NFL head coach if you got to keep on giving up the play calling. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you got an offensive coordinator for. So somewhere along the lines, Coach Stefanski and Tommy Rees must have bumped heads, or I believe that the ownership is tired of the games with Kevin Stefanski. So I believe that they brought in Tommy Rees, or they enacted Tommy Rees. A lot of people are saying that he is going to be the acting head coach based on Stefanski stepping down and giving him the power to call the plays. And in essence, if you really think about it, I mean, I guess it depends on how the program is run. Some people let the offensive coordinator run it, and then you got some people who run it themselves. But obviously, the management or something about the offensive side of the ball does not trust Kevin Stefanski based on Dillon Gabriel and how he's hugging on to this sorry ass quarterback so that he can implement his little fucking what's his name Tim Tebow type of system. Like this shit right here is not for NFL football. So if you really want to win, and I don't even want to keep bringing up Shedeur Sanders, but it is the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is that you can win some games, you can change the culture, and you can have some superstar talent on your team. But if y'all want to just keep on hanging around this sorry ass quarterback, which is Dillon Gabriel, then guess what? It's gonna be the regular old Cleveland Browns like it's been. Now, like I said, right now, if you are a content creator and you are covering Shedeur Sanders, your videos, your vibe, your fucking portfolio is going up. Whatever you do with Shedeur Sanders is going to be up. It's not going to be a bad look, and it is always going to be A-list celebrity type of social media following. It's not much you can do. Like, honestly, it's just good for the culture. When we talking building the team and building the franchise and building the fan base and building, you know what I'm saying, a winning culture, you need star power. If you don't have star power, you're going to get what you're getting right now from little Dillon Gabriel. That is what you're going to get. But we know that right there is not enough to change the culture of the Cleveland Browns, not in a positive way. You see what I'm saying? This guy right here is in love with this guy right here. And the guy that he's in love with right here is not going to change the culture. He's not built to do none of the shit that they wish that they could do. Now, I want to highlight all of the hype and all of the extra verbiage that they use to try to prop Dillon Gabriel up and make it seem like it wasn't ridiculous for them to be playing Dillon Gabriel over Shedeur Sanders. They brought up this whole supercomputer thing, which he never turned out to be. Dillon Gabriel is no supercomputer. Dillon Gabriel is no super smart quarterback. Even when you go back and look at his highlights from college, he had a pretty decent team, but he was overthrowing a lot of people. He was sailing balls. He was doing a whole lot of things that don't translate to a good NFL quarterback. So what we talking about here is this obsession. Excuse me. This obsession that Coach Stefanski has with this overrated, underperforming quarterback. I mean, this shit really got to be. It really has to be studied. Somebody's really got to get down to the bottom of what the fuck Kevin Stefanski is doing. Because in my opinion, I mean, him and Dillon Gabriel could be kissing or some shit. He's fucking running this shit in the hole so bad. Now, my opinion, like I said, I wonder how much security he has with his job when you're relinquishing the goddamn play calling 2 years in a row. It just don't seem like nothing that a boss would do. So
maybe I'll be okay with Shedeur starting, but I want y'all to know Shedeur is ready right now. Quote Jimmy Horn Jr. You know what I'm saying? He ready yesterday.
And you know what, FBTs? I'm gonna tell you what. This is crazy. The fact that when you start to manifest things, right? When you put it out there into the universe, I believe in manifestation. And when a lot of people is on one accord, it's funny how things be happening. I take it for granted that sometimes when you in your heart and you God and you prayed up and you're in the right place. But sometimes you can undersell yourself. And I was saying the same thing. A lot of people, let me know if you in the chat, you said the same thing.
Hey, double tap in the chat, folks. I don't got no likes. I need y'all to double tap that chat. Let's run these numbers up tonight.
I want him to regulate the plan up under heaven. Under things too, I'm telling you, I don't want him nowhere near. I don't want no problems because I see the way the setup be happening. Yes. Like the fact of also now when the no reps came out, no reps with the second team, then they talk about Bailey Zappi about to be the backup. Said, I see what you. Then the general manager had to come out and say, well, we gonna try to save you, Kevin, by trading Joe Flacco so you don't lose your job. They traded Joe Flacco, and he still almost got in his feelings. It was like, well, I'll put Zappi up here, and I'm like, he's gonna give him every opportunity to get his runway.
But see, that right there lets you know that in no way does Kevin Stefanski want to play Shedeur Sanders. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Y'all can say whatever you want to say. He does not want to play Shedeur Sanders because he knows that Shedeur Sanders is going to make his little third-round pick look stupid as a motherfucker. His third-round pick looks really dumb. It looks like he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And at this point, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about because if he knew what the fuck he was talking about, he wouldn't have a undersized, underperforming, short-ass quarterback. It's a lot of things you can do in the NFL, but you cannot have a little-ass quarterback that is, struggling to see over the line. Is struggling to exist in the NFL. You can't exist in the NFL with attributes that are not conducive to being a goddamn quarterback in the NFL. You see guys 6'6". Joe Flacco was 6'6". You know what I'm saying? Jared Goff is 6'5". You got Aaron Rodgers, 6'1". You got Cam Newton. He was like 6'3", 6'4". You got Matthew Stafford. He's 6'3". These are some big ass dudes, man, and they are not. They can take a hit. Somebody get to Dillon Gabriel and hit him, man. He is going to be out of the fucking game, and then you're not going to have any other choice. You can bring Bailey Zappi the fuck up there if you want, but I can guarantee you that is going to end bad for Kevin Stefanski, and he does not want to do no stupid shit like that. It will be shining a light on whatever the fuck he got going on, and it will be some real questions asked. Sports analyst Stephen A. Smith, you got fucking Skip Bayless, you have so many fucking people who are listening and watching what is going on in Cleveland and understanding it's only a certain demographic of people that want to believe that Shedeur Sanders is a fifth rounder. It's only a certain amount of people that believe that shit. And if you really believe that Shedeur Sanders is a true fifth rounder, then why in the fuck would he be starting the opening game when you have a starter and he threw 3 fucking touchdowns against a starting defense? He played well against a starting defense. So, like I said, there's a lot of delusion going on. There's a lot of people who are colluding to pretend that this kid is not what he is. But at the end of the day, it's really not much you can do. You cannot stop star power. We saw it with his dad, who is Deion Sanders. And when you bring somebody with this kind of star power, which is even bigger than Deion Sanders, it is a big problem for the NFL. And I believe that they're doing exactly what they plan to do, and that is to make sure that Shedeur Sanders does not become the NFL Rookie of the Year. That is to make sure that Shedeur Sanders does not break any type of rookie records. That is to make sure that Shedeur Sanders does not put the league on notice, even though he already did. This boy is making more fucking money sitting on a bench than every Cam Ward, all the motherfuckers who got those big ass contracts. They looking stupid right now. They're looking real, real dumb right now. Tommy Reese, I don't know what this guy's gonna do for I don't know what he's going to do for the play calling at the Cleveland Browns. It's going to be very interesting though, because Dillon Gabriel is going to be in the game. I don't think Tommy Reese's style is anything like Stefanski's. I think Stefanski's is to take the pressure off the quarterback and put the quarterback in a position where he can be managed. I don't think that Tommy Reese is going to come with that style, and I believe is going to expose Dillon Gabriel even more. Dillon Gabriel is about to get exposed even more against the Jets, and the Jets will probably end up beating him just based on how sorry Dillon Gabriel is. And I believe that if you open up the playbook to Dillon Gabriel and you let him throw down the field, we're going to see what we saw in the OTAs. We're going to see what we saw in preseason, and that was a whole lot of pick sixes, a whole lot of interceptions from Dillon Gabriel. They tried to disguise the fact that Dillon Gabriel was a turnover machine, but we saw it when they didn't even have on pads yet. We saw it when Dillon Gabriel should have been able to, think his way through that shit since he's a goddamn supercomputer. But we didn't see any supercomputing happening. All we saw was disastrous throws. We saw a lot of 4.5 yard passes. We saw a lot of check downs. Check down Charlie is what they're calling this guy. And we didn't see anything downfield. And I don't think we will see anything downfield. I think Dillon Gabriel himself does not want to throw downfield because he knows that he's not worthy of the job. And he also knows that he's in a bad situation. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. As the season goes on and as he's exposed even more, I believe that, Dillon Gabriel might step down his goddamn self. Dillon Gabriel might step down his damn self. But before I interrupt it, let's get back to what these guys are chopping it up on.
And I saw the way it was looking. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, how is this going to play out? Yeah, he's going to get his opportunity, but we got to see him in this nasty little playbook. This is nasty work. I don't want to try to see this.
That's my big thing, and kind of going back to the whole thing about, like, keeping it football, right? Like, when we try to judge these people, and I know, like you said, you watch my videos, I don't know how many audience members do, but, like, I was never anti-Dillon Gabriel. I was like, okay, well, if he's going to be the guy, like, actually, I thought it was a bigger indication of how bad the offense and how his offense is when your hand-picked guy that, y'all reached for, again, he was at the 4th to 5th round, graded guy, y'all reached to get 3rd round, you want your guy at quarterback, go get your guy. That's the old adage of quarterback. Nothing wrong with that, right? But if he's the guy and it's not looking good, like, and it's not that we hate Shedeur or this is stuff, they're not even going to implement. That is the handpicked guy. You have the most, hey, you've been talking to Dillon, that is your dude, and you can't have an offense that does anything. You have Harold Fan. Like, the thing about this is, like, you're not going to get me on some non-football stuff because I watched college football. This rookie class is elite. You got Quinshon Judkins, who broke freshman rushing records, won the national championship, embarrassed my Texas Longhorns. Harold Fannin, one of the most legendary tight end seasons of all time, led FBS and all receiving yard.
Went to my high school. I did play-by-play of Harold Fannin Jr. his senior year at Hinton McKinley, and he was a safety back then. And then I pull up, and he embarrassed Penn State, and he went down to College Station and did his thing. And I'm like, he's running away from people.
Double tap the screen when you come into the live, folks. I appreciate you.
And when you watch the Cleveland Browns, and we do all 22 tape review over here, when you see that there's plays open or there's things open or you're like, what are they thinking right there? My question is, and like you said, if they giving the cream of the crop to Dillon, and that's their name, what you think they giving to Shedeur?
Hey man, we can get them scraps. We gonna get
Them
them
scraps. Listen, I was like, this is not gonna. So to me, when I woke up and we was doing the show, Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, we pulled up and he said, "Yo, it's 10 minutes left of the show. We're gonna figure out what's going on."
Hey, CR Streets, you damn sure did, bruh. You damn sure did, and it didn't take long. It didn't take long. I kind of said the same thing. I didn't know it was gonna be this goddamn fast. I didn't know that it was gonna be this fast. But I can tell you this: when they take your play calling abilities away, your goddamn name is on the list. You ready to get fried. But shout out to you, CR Streets, man. We had a good chat the other night, man. I appreciate you. Double tap that screen for me, folks. We in here, man. Let's run these numbers up, man. Let's talk some shit. You know what I'm saying? They got that Big 12 energy is loading right now. Big 12 energy loading. Shedeur Sanders, man, it's just amazing that these fools got a megalithic superstar on their fucking team and they really talking about some fucking Dillon Gabriel. That shit is sad. That shit is real sad. I need y'all to double tap the screen, man. Let's get the likes to match my audience. And let's chop it up in here, man. What do y'all see? Because I ain't gonna lie, I see a lot of headlines. I don't know how true it is, but it's a lot of headlines on YouTube saying that Shedeur Sanders is starting this weekend. I'm like, I don't know about all that, but I can tell you this. It's a new play caller in there, man. So whoever is more fit for Tommy Reese's style, which I believe is going to be Shedeur. I mean, Shedeur is more fucking conducive any fucking way. We already goddamn know it. I don't give a fuck what goddamn formation you get in or what offense. None of that. The bottom line is he's an elite athlete. And when you implement a person into a franchise that's as sorry as the Cleveland Browns are right now, and all the fucked up decisions that they're making right now, and you put somebody like Shedeur Sanders in there, you see the money going up in the stadium. You see the jersey sales going up. There's other fucking Cleveland Browns guys who are selling jerseys just because they're on the fucking team with him. Jerry Jeudy is selling fucking jerseys just because his ass is on the Cleveland Browns. Dillon Gabriel is probably even selling jerseys. I don't know how many fucking jerseys Dillon Gabriel is selling, but I can guarantee you this. Everything on the Cleveland Browns is moving. The money is up because of one person and one person only. And it damn sure ain't Dillon Gabriel. I'm telling y'all, listen, when this shit is all said and done, it's going to be a fucking movie written about this goddamn situation. Please believe me, there will be a movie. This shit is not going to be, it's going to be one of the biggest debacles that you ever seen and ever heard. Double tap that screen when y'all get up in here and let's chop it.
What are we going to do? Because now Kevin Stefanski gave up play calling. And I said, oh, Lord.
It's time.
I said, I said, look at the way the Lord be moving. I said, okay. So now you got Kevin Stefanski that had to move on up out of here. Let me move you down the block. And now you got Tommy Rees. He's been a coordinator at Notre Dame. He's been a coordinator at Alabama under Nick Saban. He's played in high pressure games. He's called some nice games. Go back and watch some of his stuff. And I'm sitting here, he's proven himself. He's trying to prove himself in this role because he was brought in and he was going to have an opportunity to be a college coach. I think he's going to get offered some college jobs this year if he does his thing. And so my thing is, he's going to put you in the best position because he auditioned. And the only thing I want to know is if it's his offense or is he still out here being a puppet for Stefanski?
Bingo. That's what the fuck we talking about. Is this guy coming in to change the culture or is he coming in to save Kevin Stefanski? You know what I'm saying? I'm more leaning to the fact that he's probably coming in to, get this coaching job off the fucking ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine how fucking mad these people are in the stadium every week and they got to watch some fucking sorry ass Dillon Gabriel? I'd be pissed the fuck off. I got season tickets and I got to come in here and see this fucking shit show. Nah. What y'all doing in the chat, man? Somebody holler at me. What y'all doing, man? Where y'all from? Where y'all listening in from? Who's your favorite team? Let's talk football. And what are your thoughts on the situation that's going on with the Cleveland Browns? Are you a Cleveland Browns fan? Because if you are, we got a special place for you here. We really want to hear from the Cleveland Browns fans. If you're from Cleveland, you goddamn right. Let it be known in the chat right now. But double tap that screen while y'all in here, man. I appreciate y'all for stopping in. You already know, man. When y'all hit that like button, it helps the channel out a great deal, more than you could ever know. So if that's not doing you too much harm, please double tap the screen. Double tap the screen. Who up in the chat, man? Talk to me. I see my man CR Streets back up in here. Official LRT, what it do? Who else we got up in here? Let's go. So, like I said, man, it is going to be very interesting to see what the fuck Dillon Gabriel does on this week. I don't have no feeling that he's going to do great. I think the fact that we got a new play caller is making it a little bit exciting. That's about it. You know, I'm curious to see what the offense is going to look like under Tommy Rees. But other than that, I expect to see the same old Dillon Gabriel. I think Tommy Rees is going to try to push him to go up the field a little bit, and I believe he's going to get exposed. MDK, what's happening, man? The fans in Cleveland want 12 to play. Ain't no question about it, man. I believe, you know, just imagine you being a top prospect. You're supposed to be a fucking first-round draft pick, and you end up sliding to the 5th goddamn round just to see a person who was projected to be a 5th rounder get picked in the 3rd and play before you. Man, you know how much fucking bullshit that is? That is some of the biggest crock of shit you ever want to see. Shedeur Sanders was projected to be a 1st-round draft pick. Dillon Gabriel was projected to be a 5th or 6th round draft pick and ended up going in the 3rd. So that lets you know right now how much bullshit that the NFL is on. Double tap the screen when you come in, folks. We're talking about Dillon Gabriel. We're talking about the Cleveland Browns. We're talking about Jim Haslam, Kevin Stefanski, and now Tommy Rees has come into the fold. What y'all gonna do, man? Y'all already know what it is, man. Big 12 energy loading real quick. And what's gonna happen is some kind of way Dillon Gabriel is going to end up on the bench and 12 is going to end up in the game. A whole lot of nightmares are going to happen for people who've been talking that shit like this boy ain't already did enough amazing shit when it comes to NFL football. Like I said, the boy came into the stadium and had no first-team reps as a 5th-round draft pick and started the goddamn season with a win with 3 touchdown passes and a whole lot of yards gained through the air. That's Shedeur Sanders. What Dillon Gabriel did was shit the bed. You know what I'm saying? Dillon Gabriel pretty much shit the bed. He didn't make anything happen. And at this point, man, he ain't doing his brand no good. He's actually doing his brand a horrible service by a horrible play. If I was Dillon Gabriel and I was really trying to be an NFL quarterback, I would pull my fucking self and wait till I got my shit together or just wait for the opportunity. Sometimes you got to understand that people are trying to give you privilege and that you didn't deserve. You need to fall back off that shit because it might make you look dumb in the end. You know what I'm saying? All this hiding and all of this preparation they're doing for Dillon Gabriel and all of this fucking saving that they're trying to do for this dude. If you got to do all that, then he must not be the man. He must not be the guy. And like I say, I don't know what the fuck is Kevin Stefanski's problem when you got a talent like Shedeur Sanders. It's just like this. It's something in that man that does not like Shedeur Sanders. I don't know what it is. I don't want to speculate. But I can tell you this. He is going through hell and high water to not play somebody that every fucking body in the country wants to see. I want y'all to let that set in. Let that sit in that you got a man who is ignoring a whole stadium full of fans. At this point, I believe he's owning the ignore, who is Jim Haslam. You know what I'm saying? Jim Haslam, he don't want all this bullshit. Jim Haslam wants to win. And if he don't want to win, Jim Haslam at least wants to sell some goddamn tickets. He can't even sell no fucking tickets because this little dude, Dillon Gabriel, ain't selling no fucking tickets. But I can tell you who is selling tickets. So, like I say, that is the most craziest shit that you ever want to hear. You got a stadium full of jerseys that people bought for a player that's on your team, and you got him sitting on the bench. I don't know how worse it could get for a player that's actually trying to do, come into the league and do what the fuck he's supposed to be doing, which is changing the culture to whatever team he went to. Look at that little face on Dillon Gabriel right there. Did that look like a humble motherfucker to you? Jim Haslam looks fucking pissed. And this stupid motherfucker Stefanski right here look like he's just trying to be slick. But Dillon Gabriel is not a humble dude, man. I truthfully believe that if you was going to go ahead and give him the shot first, cool, go ahead and do that, man. But don't beat the dead horse. Look at the locker room. Y'all think that fucking locker room is in cahoots with each other? Hell no. Myles Garrett is talking about going to another fucking team. Myles Garrett is talking about he might have to go somewhere else just to feel like a winner again. You got your best fucking player talking about leaving or talking about having to go fulfill his dreams and his aspirations by leaving and going to another fucking team. If that ain't the dumbest shit ever. Myles Garrett, your best goddamn player. Look at this shit. You got people hanging out the fucking stands with 12 jerseys. Do you see any fucking Dillon Gabriel jerseys out here? I don't see one. It's not one Dillon Gabriel jersey. I ain't seen Dillon Gabriel sign no fucking autographs. I ain't seen Dillon Gabriel do shit but throw fucked up passes and dink and dunk all the way down the goddamn field. That's about it. That's all Dillon Gabriel did. Double click that like button, folks. I got 4 likes in here. I need quite a few more, if y'all don't mind. All you gotta do is double tap your screen. It's real easy. Double tap your screen. But that's where we at with it, man. Same old shit.
That's the only thing that we got to figure out.
That's important because, when it gets to these things, and of course, I'm doing my research and, because I already made, the whole Kevin Stefanski video, finding out this is the second year in a row of him doing that. I mean, I'm sure I knew that, but, going through research, okay, so the second time you've given up play calling, you don't win games and have to say, hey, admit that my offense is bad, right, and give the keys to somebody else. What I don't want to happen is for Tommy Rees to become a scapegoat, right? In the same way the last offensive coordinator became, right? And I talk, and like I said, I'm locked in, so I try to. Whenever I follow these people, it's important to see, the ecosystem around the city. So I see some Cleveland Browns fan club type guys, or people who just tweet about it, talking about like, hey, this might mean Kevin Stefanski is safer than we thought, right? And like just that thought process is like, no, like the setup isn't just for Shedeur, it's also for Tommy. Like we gotta be looking out for him because at the end of the day, I made this analogy and I think somebody in my comments said it was the story from the Bible. And hey, I don't read it as well, but I believe it was Moses asking the Pharaoh, let my people go. God hardened his heart, and I've looked at it as an analogy of the pride of men, right? So Kevin Stefanski, through all of this, I feel like is just trying to prove points, right? Hey, I'm putting Dillon Gabriel out there no matter what. I'm not letting Shedeur in because this is my guy. I need to prove this. Hey, when Tommy Rees's offense looks bad and terrible, hey, don't come.
Nah. I can guarantee you this. Deshaun Watson will never play in the NFL again, ever. That sounds good. That sounds good, but I can guarantee you this. Deshaun Jackson will never play in the NFL ever again. He is done. He is cooked. If you thought so, you thought wrong. But we can revisit this in a little while. Deshaun Jackson will never, and if he ever does play in the NFL again, it will not be for the Cleveland Browns. You got to understand that the Cleveland Browns is speculated to be the actual people who set Deshaun Jackson up with those, yeah, massage therapist. Deshaun Jackson will never play in Cleveland again. The only reason Deshaun Jackson is still on the team is because of that big ass contract that they can't get up off of. Ain't nobody taking on that motherfucking contract. And Deshaun Jackson will never, ever. I don't think he'll play in the NFL, but if he does play, it won't be in Cleveland. And it will be for a modest contract because he didn't already fuck Cleveland over as far as the money. So, nah, I don't think Deshaun Watson will ever play again. Trust and believe this, bro. J.S. Williams. Ain't nothing that can stop Shedeur Sanders from coming into the league. He might not have came in as hot as he was going to be because he is the biggest superstar who has come to the league. I don't give a fuck. You can talk about Josh Allen. You can talk about Baker Mayfield. You can talk about all those guys. None of those motherfuckers can compare to Shedeur Sanders and the star power that he brings to the NFL. You got a fan base that was dead. You have a team that nobody fucking talks about, nobody even cares about. Now all of a sudden, because a 5th round draft pick, I want y'all to remember and continue to say that bullshit to yourself if it make you feel better. But Shedeur Sanders is nobody's 5th round fucking draft pick. I don't give a fuck what you say. And if he was a 5th round draft pick, he wouldn't have started the opening game. So for anybody that has the argument or the sentiment that he's no more than a 5th round pick, ask yourself when the fuck have you ever in your life seen a 5th round pick start the season and throw touchdowns and drop dimes and hit tight windows and fuck everybody's head up. Trust and believe me, it was them owners was mad or sad that they didn't get a chance to get Shedeur Sanders because they colluded. But you ain't got to ever worry about seeing Deshaun Jackson. Ever. My man says, solutions for Sanders. Hope privately the head coach gets fired or befriend Barry to have leverage for a trade. Listen, Cleveland Browns, if they was going to trade Shedeur Sanders, they would have did it before the goddamn trade deadline, bro. Some of the shit you talking about is like you way outdated. You way past what the fuck is going on. Are you paying attention? Shedeur Sanders, for one, is not going no motherfucking where. If they were going to trade Shedeur Sanders, he would have been traded. Maybe they don't play him this year. Maybe they think they're saving him or whatever the fucking case may be. But I can guarantee you this. You're not selling away the top jersey sales. You're not trading away a motherfucker who got your whole stadium revenue up 70 motherfucking percent. You're not thinking like an owner. You're thinking like a guy who just thinking. But you ain't thinking like no motherfucking owner. An owner wants to make money. An owner wants to sell tickets. An owner wants to bring revenue. An owner wants to sell out his fucking jerseys, his concessions. And right now, that's what's going on. And another thing, Barry is the guy that's in Shedeur Sanders' corner if you have not paid attention. It might seem like it because the Cleveland media, man, they all over it. And they talk a lot of shit and they try to pull the wool and cover for this and cover for that. But at the end of the day, Barry and Haslam are the ones who forced Joe Flacco out of fucking town. Barry and Jim Haslam are the ones who got Joe Flacco the fuck out of town. And now, those same two have got into cahoots to change the play calling. Stefanski's goddamn name is on the wall for motherfuckers who not gonna be working here no more. Double tap the screen, man. Double tap the screen. I need every like I can get. I need every listener and viewer that I can get. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all for double tapping that screen. But yeah, you got to be fucking crazy. Some of this shit you're talking about, you're late. You should have been thinking about that shit like weeks ago. You should have been thinking about that shit like months ago. The way the shit is going now, your thinking is a little bit late. Deshaun Watson to never play for the motherfucking Cleveland Browns ever again.
Looking at me, I told y'all my offense, I was making the best of what it was, XYZ. I already see the way that can kind of come off. So I don't think that coach of the year is running thin in saving his job, and he's going to try to weasel out of it again.
So listen, hey man, that's a nice analogy. Listen, I might have wanted to save that for Saturday. That's crazy. The harden your heart, the Pharaoh crazy work you just said right there. It hits different because it's almost like I'm looking at it from a perspective of, sometimes got to move people out your way. And sometimes, he'll do certain things and you'll look like it's a promotion, but it'd be really a demotion. So it looked like, oh, well, let me just show you. Because by the way, Kevin Stefanski has a track record of doing this. He did this to Ken Dorsey last year. Now, mind you, he gave up the play calling about halfway through the season when Deshaun Watson got hurt. He gave the playbook to Ken Dorsey. Under Ken Dorsey, they threw for the most yards.
That was doing their thing.
And then they came back and said, Ken, it's not working out. We're going to fire you. The year prior, I always explain to people, I said, now, the year Kevin Stefanski in 2023, the Browns were 11-5. They got Joe Flacco off the couch. He won comeback player of the year. Jim Schwartz won defensive, I think it's the assistant of the year award. Yep. Myles Garrett won defensive player of the year. And Kevin Stefanski won the coach of the year. They had 5 or 6 quarterbacks start. So my question was, how is it that your offensive coordinator and your quarterback coach, Alex Van Pelt, how is he fired? But everybody else got league awards. And if you're going to say credit for the 5 or 6 quarterbacks, Kevin, how is it that he's the quarterback coach and the offensive coordinator, but he gets fired when you got coach of the year? How's that possible?
Yeah, and this is something that I've brought because, again, I like to tread lightly because I'm a Texas fan at the end of the day, right? I understand that I'm speaking on another team's franchise, right? So when I do that, I want to do it with the right level of care. When I look at Kevin Stefanski's history and what he's produced and all this, I don't know how Browns fans aren't more like, this dude is a weasel and B he gotta go. I don't see how you don't see how he's avoiding these things, winning coach of the years, I'm doing that stuff. He came from this KOC era, this Minnesota Vikings, right? That was the last coordinator job before coming to the Browns, right? You talk about KOC, who's looked at as a quarterback guru, right? Why is it that Kevin Stefanski, whose last biggest job before being a head coach, being an offensive coordinator, being around someone who is a quarterback whisperer, and there's been no, correct me if I'm wrong, no success with the quarterback position since Kevin Stefanski has been there, right? There's been up, down, left, right. It's been volatile. I'll give him that. But at what point do we put that on the head coach? We got to put our big boy pants on, right? If we've never had good quarterback play from someone who's coming from a quarterback-friendly system, whose system is supposed to put quarterbacks in great positions, but you haven't done it, we're falling off the fact that Joe Flacco had to come gunsling your way back into the opportunity. It doesn't add up to me. It never did. And I don't understand what this leash is and how long it is.
Well, listen. Welcome on into my stratosphere, my good man, because when you get to the state of Ohio, things are a little different here. Listen, I can tell you, at least back in Texas, that you guys are straight shooters in the South, right? You wouldn't, if somebody don't like you, they don't like you. You just know. You just kind of know. They'll tell you, listen, I appreciate it, but I don't want nothing from you. Shout out to Les BBQ, by the way, man.
Yeah.
Listen, our man Les BBQ, I'm gonna tell you, I ordered me some oxtails from Les the other day.
Them softballs.
Nothing but them softballs. Red. We painting it red. Nothing but softballs. Shout out to Les BBQ. But no, here I think so what you got to understand is you guys, our organization, we've been battered, beaten, bruised.
Yes.
We ain't won a conference championship, a division championship since '89. We ain't won nothing since the '60s. Where Jim Brown and Paul Brown was in town. They took the team in '95. We were so bad. They took the team in '95. They turned into the Baltimore Ravens, put them in our division, and in 6 years they was in the Super Bowl and won. Cleveland fans deal with that. It's an inferiority complex. Oh, and so if you get one nice little thing, you get one little piece of award. People be acting like their little Coach of the Year award is some sort of reward for everyone. That is not an award for anybody. And what we do, we project and we'll say this. Well, if we get rid of Kevin Stefanski, who are we going to get?
I don't get that.
How did you go from dad bod to rip six-pack in just 4 weeks?
Military EMS technology. Think about like doing 54,000.
Because you guys smoked us in the playoffs. By the way, shout out to CJ Stroud. You guys put the boots to us. And here's the thing that should have got him fired to start with. When they sat down and D'Amico Ryans was like, hey, listen, stand right here. I promise you, stand right here. They've been running that same little nasty play for 45 years. I was here when Kubiak was running. Stand right here, and I promise you, you're going to pick the ball off and go to the end zone. When they said that on camera, I said, oh, no, you got to go. I don't care we went to the playoffs. Sure as the day is bright, they threw it right to him. He baited him, pick six. But you see, though, it's difference between, and then I'm like, they just told you D'Amico Ryan should have got that Coach of the Year because he actually got robbed. He actually got robbed.
And, I want to speak as a Texans fan who, I'm saying, like, I'm older than the team, right? We've had nothing but either mediocrity some years, right, of some good stuff, right? So for me, I remember being under Bill O'Brien, the regime, the awful, dreadful regime of Bill O'Brien. Like when he started trading away everybody, get DeAndre Hopkins out of here. I don't like his mom. I don't like his blind mom that he's talking to him all the time. Like he was going crazy. So
that was first and foremost. That's people begin. I have a problem. I'm a little older. I don't like that disrespect. Like first and foremost, you can't even really mention nobody's mama. Then he tried to act like started talking about he got too many kids. I said, you're out of pot. Never mind. Keep going. I didn't like none of that.
So like that was crossing the line of different things. So I say all this. I'm not saying Kevin Stefanski is this terrible awful person. What I'm saying is knowing what it's like to feel like you're in a dead end, coaching wise, regime wise, right? It really is tough. I just want for the Browns, and I know y'all have been through 1,000 coaches. I know it's been 1,000 quarterbacks, but I think Kevin Stefanski has shown his limit. He's shown where his ceiling is, right? He can get a Coach of the Year. He can get a sympathy, a playoff win. But I don't think that's what Browns fans want or deserve, right? I think they want to be competing in what should be a very competitive division, right? But that might have to be a new regime change. That might have to be, how do you see all these crazy, Liam Cohen's and DMC, I forgot how you say his name, Dan Campbell out there. You see all these young guys that are instituting like a real culture about them. And not that Kevin Stefanski can't, but would you not want to see at this point, with just mid and a few lost seasons, what does it look like if we fully break this down and get like a real deal new whole thing? And D'Amico Ryans, again, that's been a breath of fresh air for the Texans. It's like this whole new light for us to like, oh, we got a real player guy. He's relating to them in a different way. And I would love to live in an era where, oh my God, the Browns are good now. Like that'd be great.
It'd be.
Let's check something else out, y'all. Give me a quick sec. Let's go. Johnny Manziel on the Browns. This is a hot take right here. Trust and believe me, this is a hot take. Bear with me.
it's your favorite sports thunk here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. For the second season, the Browns are 2-6, and Cleveland enters Week 9 bye on the heels of another anemic offensive performance, a 32-13 loss to the Patriots. Now, many questions around the Browns' quarterback situation. The question regarding Sanders when will he play? It's not, I guess, Johnny, it's not if, not when. 9 games left. When will the Browns finally allow?
Right now. Right now. Start him now. Stop it. Stop. Enough.
Have you seen enough, Johnny? You seen enough of it?
I coming out last year from the Heisman. Dillon
Johnny
Gabriel
Manziel is fucked up
loved
too.
him. I love watching him play at Oregon. I think he still has the potential, like, to have a chance in the league. It's not just him, but you guys. Your best player on your team is pissed off. He just wants to rush the passer and go home and get out of the building. It's brutal what's going on. And it's like, as much as I rip on Cleveland, it's still like, damn, man. I still talk to my boys who have played there, and it's just like, are they ever going to figure it out? And at this point, bring yourself a spark.
No.
Bring yourself a spark. Put Shedeur in. Let him go. Let him rip. He's looked good enough in the preseason. He's been sitting there for 8 weeks now. Mm-hmm. To be honest, bye week this week, they'll probably start Gabriel again. If that goes bad, I think you have to turn it over to him. I mean, they let Flacco go. Flacco turns around and goes to Cincinnati and wins games.
Oh, yeah.
So you let a guy go who's winning games to go younger, and the first option is not really working. You won one, you're struggling a little bit. His first week, really brutal. I think you turn it over to him. I think you get some excitement in the building. I think you get some excitement around the franchise. Mm-hmm. At one point, this season is already a loss. You're not making the playoffs. You have to look at it as we are building something for next year. Give yourself a spark. See if Shedeur's the one. If not, you're going to have the third pick in the draft. You got to go do it again.
Yeah.
I don't want him to win no games. Do you know we're positioned to get the number one pick, Johnny? You know how that works? We got 2 number 1 picks. We get Jacksonville's pick, and we got our own pick.
Yeah, you don't want that.
The Browns. That's what the Browns are saying. No, hell no, I ain't no Browns.
But you heard me on?
Hell no. But I'm saying that's what they're saying. They're like, hold on. He coming here and win games. He gonna mess this thing up.
But think about this. If you're the GM of the Browns, right? Even if you did have the number 1 pick, what the hell is out there that you want to go get anyway? Who's out there worth investing number 1 pick money on any goddamn way? No, I don't want that.
A punter.
Hey, listen.
Man, you know Cleveland gonna amp it up.
At this point, I'm not sure what Stefanski is doing. I'm not going to say he's being ignorant, but listen, he has no power in the situation. He had no power in saying who goes and who stays, who plays and who doesn't. That's coming from a higher power. The owner already said that wasn't my choice. That wasn't my choice. That's not who I want. So Stefanski had no choice. He has to live and die on the hill of having Dillon Gabriel at the quarterback position.
Jeremiah Smith has to go back another year, huh?
Yeah, he got 1 more year. Yep. He got to go. He got 1 more to go.
Damn.
He got 1 more to go. And I
need to find a way.
I might go. And if Cleveland got the number 1 pick, I'm gonna go back another year. Bad, you ain't finna take me there.
I don't know who you take.
Hey, listen. You know what's gonna happen in a minute, Johnny and In a minute, Stefanski's gonna lose the locker room. He's gonna lose the locker room because
he already lost the fucking locker room.
Not only not giving him a chance, but not giving us a spark. You have a quarterback in Dillon Gabriel. Listen, he's okay. I don't like talking about people, but I'm just gonna call it how I see it because I watched the last 8-9 weeks in the last few games that he's played. For one, he's missed the check down. He can't throw outside. He can't throw down the field, and he can't throw it outside the numbers. So it doesn't allow you to do as much as you want to do offensively. I know Njoku's mad. I know Jerry Judy's upset. I know Tillman is upset.
Pissed off.
Junkins, listen, he having a day because, okay, I know he can't throw the ball, so they ain't got no choice but to give it to me. They ain't got no choice but to give it to me. So they're damn near one-dimensional in what they want to do. The playbook has to be maybe 12 to 15 plays, if that. because there's not much you can do when you have a quarterback that's not able to get the ball goddamn down the field or throw outside of the motherfucking numbers. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
You know what's coming too? It's
Tell the motherfuckers, Ocho.
It's November now.
The cold weather.
That weather in Cleveland about to start getting really icy.
It get heavy. You know when the air get heavy, that ball. Hey, you need an arm to cut through that coming out that Ohio and
off that river.
Yes.
I think it's the lake.
I don't know what.
Lake
Erie.
Hey, either way,
What don't you call it? River?
I said river.
Close enough.
River.
Yeah, he's thinking the Mississippi.
Close enough.
I'm thinking about Cincinnati. You know, we got the river right there.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Either
Riverfront.
way.
Y'all it used to be called Riverfront Stadium, Ocho.
My bad.
Either way,
Ocho don't know shit, man.
For the Browns, they're still gonna be in trouble.
Hey, the Jets, they come out of the bye, they got the Jets on the road, they get the Ravens at home, they're at Oakland, 49ers, Titans at home, at Bears, Bills at home, Steelers at home,
They can win 3 of those.
Yeah.
They can beat the Jets.
Shedeur will be starting by then. Trust and believe me,
Everything else
Shedeur
is
Sanders will be starting by then.
With Gabriel, they gonna sack the Jets, gonna blitz him into oblivion.
They ain't gonna score no points though.
No, but they'll get some turnovers off his. Well, it's hard to turn the guy when he just checking it down.
Special teams.
Yeah, you block punt, field goal, miss something. You get a scoop and score. But I just feel like I said, just watching the Browns as a whole, they're more than a quarterback away. Now we can beat up the quarterback
on offense, you mean? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
They definitely are.
Yes. But here, the thing you have to be careful of, Ocho, is that we keep saying, okay, yeah, they good defensively, and then when you show up the offense, what happened with the Jets. Now your defense go to hell.
Right.
So they still got to play at that level and get some players on offense. Now it starts with the quarterback.
That's the most.
They start with the quarterback, but you hear they might want to move Njoku, and they might move this.
All right, now y'all see what I'm saying? We got 3 motherfucking ex-NFL players right here. None of them said that Dillon Gabriel was good enough to be the starter, or they don't even think he's good enough to be in the fucking league. What the fuck does that say to you? And if you was to go around and ask real players, most of them gonna tell you the exact same shit. Why is it so hard for everybody else to get in their motherfucking head that Dillon Gabriel is not an NFL quarterback? What's so hard to? Why is that shit so hard to believe? Not to believe, but what is on motherfuckers' mind that's making them say, give him another chance, give him a week? Guys, it's only been 3 weeks. It's only been this amount of time. Man, so fucking what? It's the NFL. You had all preseason to get ready. Now it's time to fucking play or get the fuck out of the way. If you can't put numbers up, if you can't throw outside of the numbers, you know what I'm saying? If you can't throw downfield, you can't throw a pass that's longer than fucking 20 yards, which he has only completed 1 out of 4 games. He has completed 1 pass longer than 20 yards. Let that shit sink in. You're not going no fucking way if you can only complete 1 out of, I think he only threw 4. He only threw 4 longer than 20 yards. He only fucking connected with 1. Double tap the screen when you come in this motherfucker, man. We trying to run it up, and we talking facts in this motherfucker. But people, to me, seem to forget, and for whatever reason, they want to give this boy so many fucking chances to do what they've been asking him to do. Now they bring in a brand new fucking play caller. They're doing all this different shit, and it's crazy, if you ask me. You ain't had to do all this shit. All the fuck you had to do was take Dillon Gabriel out of the equation. And again, I'm starting to listen to what some of these veterans and some of these ex-NFL players are saying, and they're saying that, hey, sometimes you just gotta wait and let the funk clear the air, and then let Shedeur come in. Because right now, He goes in the game and he don't fucking play knockout. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. MAGA and all those motherfuckers are going to go crazy. They're gonna lose their fucking mind. He throw one interception or has one bad game or they lose. They're gonna say, "See, I told y'all, Shedeur ain't no better than." So if you wasn't gonna start him from the beginning of the season, it's kind of a no-go now. If unless you want to take that chance, you could take that chance by playing him, and I think that's why they said that they wanted to play him the last 4 games. Because that's enough to say, hey, man, we just gonna leave him. The fucking people out there that all the good people hurt. I'm pretty sure he would have had a fucked up supporting cast, and that ain't always good either. Sometimes you just gotta say, hey, fuck it. He won't get Rookie of the Year, which is some bullshit. But I guess the real bad situation or the shit that made the situation worse is that it's Cleveland. We know. We can go back and look. We ain't seen no Cleveland Browns do shit. Not my lifetime. They might have been in the playoffs like one motherfucking time. The whole time I've been living. Or now, I'm talking about like went to the division championship. I think that's one time. And that was when fucking Ernest Biner fumbled. Shout out to the chat though, man. What y'all got going on? Who we got up in this motherfucker? Let's talk. Let's chop it up. What are your thoughts on the Cleveland situation? Because these guys right here are experts and they seem to think the same thing I think. And the same thing that most people think when they look at this situation of this Cleveland Browns situation.
Guy, they might move that guy. All I know is that I'm calling 24 hours a day until Tuesday. They're going to have to tell me like 15 times, man, y'all stop calling, we not trading Miles Garrett.
Now you know that.
I'm calling.
Yeah, you can call as many times as you want. Remember how Shirley, this is Barbara? You can call as many times as you want. I ain't coming up off of Miles.
Hey, I'm gonna call. They might have a reservation. Somebody might cancel. I'll keep calling. Hey, reservation, we booked for a year. Hey, y'all got anything available Tuesday?
There's nothing.
You know, it's funny that you say that. We just got a cancellation.
3 for Miles? Hell no. Absolutely not. Do for who?
Oh, we got to deal with this commercial real
You're done
quick.
already?
Yeah, bro.
How? I hired Motion to hire AI employees. AI employees? Yeah, dude, I have a project manager, executive assistant.
Let me ask you a question. How many games you winning with Miles?
What the fuck is going on? I don't know what the fuck just happened. Hold up. Oh, we done open up another. Sorry about that, y'all.
That's a good one. I like that. But again,
You can win that many games without it.
hey, right now, after I just paid him what I paid him, and you think I'm finna let him go? But
I will let somebody else pay that salary.
well, you know what? Throw the whole organization away then. just throw the
Well,
whole
you
organization. Just throw it away.
You should. They should have
Because
been
you
that.
let him go. Now you have no identity. You have no franchise, no face of the franchise, which happened to be your best player. He's on defense, not a quarterback. And then you talk about, and you want to let him go? The
Think
one
about
who
what you're
just had
saying.
5 sacks
He's a
last
top,
week, you want to let him go before the trade deadline?
and you got beat 32-13 with 5 sacks. Nobody else in the history of the game had lost by more than 3 when they had that many sacks in the game. They lost by 19.
Hey,
They lost by
you
3
know why,
scores. So with that being said, your best player, he's a top He's a top 10 player in the league. He's a top 1 or 2 defensive player. And what do we get to show
You're right
for
about
it, Ocho?
that. I say, listen, when you put it when you put it together like that, I stand with you, and it's really hard for me to argue the fact, but just thinking about it, I know I don't think there's anything that Dallas or Philly can offer them where they will give him up. I just don't. I'm just being honest.
What makes them tell me no?
They
can't do that.
Listen,
They might
they
say
done said
yes.
no. You know, I'm seeing the tweets, I'm seeing the sources, I'm seeing.
Double tap that screen, folks, please.
Oh, you said 5?
They said, because think about it. You got your own. You got the Jacksonville, and you get 3 no more numbers, so you will get somebody number 1. So you got 3 first-round picks in 26. You get 2 in 27. You get 2 in 28.
And it wouldn't matter. Because let's say they have the first round picks. Let's think about the
Where they're going to take a punter and a kicker with 2 of those.
Matter of fact, how many first round picks have they had in the past 35 years? What the hell did they do? Did they not mess up? It's not the first round picks. It's having to go to that organization. It's having to go to that environment. It's dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional. And it always has been. And they try to blame it on the players. Hell, at this point, you can't blame the fucking... I'm sorry. You can't blame the players no more. You can't. You can't. Going to the Jets as a quarterback, you can't blame the players no more because you ain't been shit. I'm sorry. You ain't been nothing since Broadway Joe. Come on now. It starts from the top and it trickles itself down.
I would definitely look Ocho because, and I think Miles would recommend. See, Miles doesn't want to be the bad guy. See, he doesn't want to publicly come out and say, okay, I'm tired of this losing, trade me. But behind the scenes, I believe he's a guy he won't object to. You sending me to Philly? You sending me to Detroit or Kansas City or somebody like that? He doesn't want to be the bad guy. He wants to be liked. He doesn't want to be perceived as the bad guy.
If it does happen, though,
Bro.
that jet gonna be gassed up quick.
What? Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
At some point, I don't want to be a bad guy. At some point, you have to. At some point, you have to. Hey, dude, you out there in the pasture to die. You're wasting your prime years. Yeah.
You know, God, you know.
I want to be liked. F that, I'm trying to win.
God, I told you, like, if you get me to the NFL and make me the number 1 pick, I wouldn't ask for anything. I said, God, if you get me to this 3rd contract, I would ask you for one more thing, God. One more. You roll it, hey, one time, just one time.
We got Shannon Sharp, Ocho, and Johnny Manziel. Double tap the screen.
He plays hard, but Ocho, you get 5 sacks and you still lose by 3 scores?
That's fucking ridiculous. And that's some shit to voice your opinion on how pissed off you are.
So let's just say, for the sake of argument, Ocho, he only had 2. Well, they lost by 30?
Hey, they on the field. They on the field 24/7. They on the field 24/7. They tired. They running the marathon. The offense go out there. They 3 and out over and over. They can't put together a consecutive drive to get them boys the chance to get on the sideline and rest. They come off the field. The offense go on. 3 plays. Now you back out there on the field.
Just imagine, man, you got the best motherfucking defense in the motherfucking National Football League, and you got to get back and watch Dillon Gabriel. What the fuck, man? Come on, man, hit the goddamn like button. What the fuck are we talking about here, man? This shit should not be happening in the NFL. No, it does not happen in the NFL. What are we talking about here, man? Double tap the motherfucking screen.
To the punt.
Oh, you better have the training staff meeting you with water as you come off the field, because by the time you get to the bench, you got to turn around and go back out there. All right, D, you back up.
I guarantee you this. Wait, the Browns don't play tomorrow, right? This day bye week.
No, they're on the bye.
They're on the bye this week. I guarantee you this. When they come out this bye,
they'll lose that one too, though.
They on the bye this week. When they come back next week, if the offense is not showing any kind of production, and they continuously going 3 and out, and that defense is on the field
What they gonna do?
for heavy minutes like they always are, somebody's going to snap on that sideline, I guarantee you.
Absolutely.
Somebody on that defense is going to snap and come out of character because enough is enough. And Stefanski's going to lose the locker room in a minute. He's going to lose the locker room in a minute trying to stand by the quarterback that the powers that be upstairs that they want to see in the game. I guarantee you, watch.
Yeah. All I'm saying is I'm an offer. Because I believe if I get Myles Garrett, I'm never going to be picking in the top 10. I'm never going to be picking in the top 15. So I believe that pick's going to be somewhere between 27 and 32. I don't believe you mean to tell me you believe that you can get another play. You believe you can get a Myles Garrett and pick him somewhere between 27 and 32? Hell no.
Absolutely.
I'm giving that up. I give up 3 first for Myles Garrett. I'll give up. He's about to turn 30. He's about to turn 30. The last 3 days before the end of December. 30, and the man got 110, 112, 15 sacks.
That's crazy.
Man, please tell me no.
Fancy's got to be out.
I'm gonna make the Browns. I tell you what I'm gonna do, Johnny. I'm gonna make the Browns change their number. I'm gonna keep calling. I'm gonna robocall their ass.
Auto dial.
Change the number. You don't want me to call. I mean,
I want to see my dog get out of there.
Tell me if Philly
Listen, I gotta watch a Texas A&M Aggie, a brother, go out here and have to go through this. I love seeing Myles when he comes back, but he damn looks like he's been beat with a stick for 16 games during the season. Can't be happy.
I mean, he like, do I really want to spend my last? He might play longer, but I believe he has 3 to 4 prime years where you're talking about 15, 20 sacks.
Good one.
Do I want to spend that on the team with no chance, based on what we've done, based on what we have? Do I trust the organization to go out there and build this thing like Howie Roseman has done?
Absolutely not.
It's like Brad
They don't
Holmes
have a
has
history
done.
of it, huh?
It's like Brian Gutekunst has done. It's like the guy at the Rams has done. Do I trust him to build that like Brett Beach in Kansas City? Do I really trust him to do that? You notice all the guys that I mentioned, they got a quarterback.
They're about to go through a rebuild again. They're about to. Stefanski, I don't think he makes it that much longer. If you go through the season, you end up you're 4-13 or 12 again. What do? You start it all the way over again? You got no quarterback.
Yep.
Really, the only thing you got is a couple good pieces on defense.
It's Miles and
That's
Denzel
it.
Ward.
Hey,
I mean, Joku, but you keep hearing rumors that they could potentially trade in Joku. I'm sure Jerry Jeudy is not happy based on he went to the Pro Bowl last year, so he's like, y'all got people thinking out here I can't play. I just come off a Pro Bowl season last year. Now y'all got me out here. I got 20 catches for 52 yards, and then people looking at me like, man, Jew done lost it. Jew ain't lost nothing. Man.
Best of luck to the Brownies. All the best. I'm gonna be elsewhere.
Johnny, we're gonna get you out of here after this one. Josh Allen was asked why he didn't look to break Dak Prescott's $60 million per year record when he signed. I know it's weird, I say, but what's $5 million more gonna do for my life right now? I can already do. I live a really great life, and I got a house, got a car. We're good. I agree. No, $5 million is not. When you make that kind of money, when you got 250, 280 million.
Double tap the screen, y'all. Please double tap the screen.
So now all of a sudden, man, if you got that $5 million.
Hey, it's funny too, Johnny and Unc. Listen, he can say that. He's in a position to be able to say that. There are a lot of people in the world that can't leave that $5 million on the table. When you make as much as you do off the field, it's okay because you're making up for it off the field.
Here's the thing about him too. He ain't done. Josh Allen, he's got to be 31. He got.
I don't think he's that old.
30.
Might be 29.
I mean, he was.
Mahomes is 30.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he's 29.
He was 2-3 years behind me, 3-4 years behind me.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't done. I mean, Yeah, he just signed an extension. That probably gives him till he's 34.
Yeah.
He got another one after that. He got another.
Oh, they'll do something by the time he's 29. So by the time he's 32, they'll do it over because that cap number be $75-80 million. So they'll do
We'll
something
get you that
again.
five. We'll get you that $5 million then, and then another 55 behind it.
But see, here's the thing, Ocho. You looking at a guy if when you got $280 million guaranteed. So now you want to give him 285. He's like, bro, I'm good. You talk and a person that's like a person if somebody says, okay, we're gonna pay you $155,000, or you can make $157,000, but you're like, what's if I'm making $155,000, what's $2,500?
It ain't that much of a difference at this point, especially for quarterbacks. Now, if you talk about another skill position where it's scarce and you got to get as much of it as you can when it's hot. Now we talk about one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL. Period. So to them, that $5 million, you're gonna get that on the back end somewhere down the road anyway.
It helps when your wife. It helps when your wife got a little bread too. You know. Always help when your wife got a little cake to her name as well.
Johnny, thanks for joining us today. Make sure you check out Johnny's podcast, Glory Days, on all platforms. Johnny, appreciate you joining us. We'll see you next week. Go enjoy. Hey, shoot your uncle some of that bread, man. I know you want a little something.
I got to say less. I'll see you boys next week.
So that's a great take right there. You got Johnny Manziel, Ocho Cinco, and Shannon Sharp. And like I said, man, none of them are out this joint talking crazy like they don't understand what the hell is going on. They know that Dillon Gabriel is trash. They also know that the Cleveland Browns are trash too. So throwing Shedeur out there right now with all the criticism and critics and everybody that's waiting to get on his ass to say, oh, I told y'all. I told you that Shedeur wasn't going to be no damn better. And at the end of the day, if you wasn't going to play him from the beginning of the season when he deserved it, right now it's like to throw him in there on any level is going to be a thing where I told you so. So we know that the Cleveland Brown fans want to see none other than Primetime Junior himself. But I don't know if that's a good thing right now. What y'all think? What do y'all think? I think this Tommy Reese dude is probably going to make somewhat of a difference if Shedeur get in there, but if not, I don't know. I just don't see I don't see it making no difference. Shedeur Sanders. Hold up, folks. Hold up. Double tap the screen, folks. I need them likes. Let's get them likes up. It's a lot of rumors right now, man, that Dillon Gabriel not going to be playing long. He got about one more bad game, and it's going to be a wrap for him. One more bad game, and the good thing for Dillon Gabriel is he's only playing the Jets, and they look like shit. So 9 times out of 10, he'll be fine. But Pittsburgh, teams like that, man, they're going to fucking break his neck. And hopefully he does not get hurt, but I can see that I can see that in his future because he's a small dude, man. One of them linebackers get to ripping him up real good. It's gonna be a problem. But right now, Dillon Gabriel is the talk of quarterbacks or of rookie quarterbacks. I mean, partly because of Shedeur Sanders. Look at this shit. It's not getting better for Dillon Gabriel. So what y'all think about Tommy Rees taking over for Kevin Stefanski? Y'all think that's a positive for Kevin Stefanski or what?
Really well. If he has his breakout game, that's a win, right? He's a rookie. You drafted him. Breakout game.
I don't think so.
Well, you haven't seen anything close to that yet. Why would that not be a win?
I don't have faith that there's going to. Oh, a breakout game against who?
Against the Jets this week.
Please. Unless he goes out there and throws for 404 touchdowns, which he ain't. Unless he goes out and does that. No. I am sick and tired of being desperate myself. I'm sick and tired of jumping from some crazy idea to another crazy idea. This is the most clarity I've had in weeks. Okay? Weeks. I am sick and tired of trying to find ways out of this situation that I didn't even help create because I didn't want to make the trade. What do you want me to do? You want me to anoint him?
Now wait, what if it
No,
was
you're not going to talk me into
what if it
looking
was
like an
Shedeur
idiot.
Sanders playing this week? How would you feel about it?
I think Shedeur Sanders has a higher ceiling.
But wait, how would you feel about it? Just tell the people how you feel about
If
it.
he went out there and he won?
If Shedeur had the performance I'm talking about for Dillon Gabriel, how would you feel if Shedeur
I'd
authored up
say
the exact same performance?
That's fantastic.
Hypothetically.
Let's see against the Ravens.
I don't know if I believe this.
That's fantastic. Let's see
Oh, and do you
against the
believe it?
Ravens
I
now.
absolutely do not believe
Well,
it.
then you don't know Kenny Carmen.
I don't know him
because I
today.
could be a pretty big fat stick in the mud.
This is a new Ken Carmen.
216-474-0090.
What happened?
If you
What
don't believe me, you go ahead and call
What
me out.
happened in the
I
office?
swear to
No.
God. This is where
What happened Monday morning?
What
and
has
it
changed?
just
No.
be-
No.
I want to know. Has something changed?
We got our
What's the
guy.
stat line?
We
What's the
got
stat
our
line?
guy.
What's the stat line? What's the stat line? Give me the stat line right now for Dillon Gabriel.
24 of 31, 325, 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
Ken's gonna poo-poo that.
325.
Yeah.
He's going to throw for
Ken's gonna
325.
poo-poo that.
Okay. We playing Ignatius or we playing the Jets? That wasn't a shot. Put in a different high school team.
Sounds
I'm
like a
sorry.
shot.
We playing Kirtland or we playing the Jets?
Dillon Gabriel plays really well. If he has his breakout game, that's a win, right? He's a rookie. You drafted him.
I don't think
Breakout
so.
game.
I don't think so.
Well, you haven't seen anything close to that yet. Why would that not be a win?
I don't have faith that there's going to. Oh, a breakout game against who?
Against the Jets this week.
Please. Unless he goes out there and throws for 404 touchdowns, which he ain't. Unless he goes out and does that. No. I am sick and tired of being desperate myself. I'm sick and tired of jumping from some crazy idea to another crazy idea. This is the most clarity I've had in weeks. Okay? Weeks. I am sick and tired of trying to find ways out of this situation that I didn't even help create because I didn't want to make the trade. What do you want me to do? You want me to anoint him?
Now wait, what if it
No,
was
you're not going to talk me into
What if it
looking
was
like an
Shedeur
idiot.
Sanders playing this week? How would you feel about it?
I think Shedeur Sanders has a higher ceiling.
Well, wait, how would you feel about it? Just tell the people how you feel about
If
it.
he went out there and he won?
If Shedeur had the performance I'm talking about for Dillon Gabriel, how would you feel if Shedeur
I'd
authored up the
say
exact same performance?
That's fantastic.
Hypothetically.
Let's see against the Ravens.
I don't know if I believe this.
That's fantastic. Let's see
Oh, and you
against the
believe it?
Ravens
I
now.
absolutely do not believe
Well,
it.
if you don't know Kenny Carmen,
I don't know him
because I
today.
could be a pretty big fat stick in the mud.
This is a new Ken Carmen.
216-474-0090.
What happened?
If you don't
What
believe me, you go ahead.
Oh, explosive. The player's choice of Shedeur Sanders isn't just about football. It's about control. It's about who runs the franchise now. The veterans, the rookies, the energy of the locker room. They've made their statement loud and clear. Shedeur Sanders is their quarterback, whether the coaching staff accepts it or not. Kevin Stefanski's authority hangs by a thread, and the clock is ticking. Every day he delays this decision, he loses more of the team. Every snap Gabriel takes in practice feels like an act of defiance against his own players. And once a locker room decides it's done with you, there's no coming back. This isn't just a quarterback controversy anymore. It's an organizational meltdown, a power shift, and a warning to every coach in the league. The inmates are running the asylum, and they've already chosen explosive. The player's choice of Shedeur Sanders isn't just about football. It's about control. It's about who runs the franchise now. The veterans, the rookies, the energy of the locker room. They've made their statement loud and clear. Shedeur Sanders is their quarterback, whether the coaching staff accepts it or not. Kevin Stefanski's authority hangs by a thread, and the clock is ticking. Every day he delays this decision, he loses more of the team.
Shedeur is 6'2", historically accurate, and I have seen him standing around normal-sized people. He's big. He's a big 6'2". Mahomes is 6'1.5". Aaron Rodgers, you never think about his size. He's 6'1", big calves, big wrists. 6'3", Matt Stafford. 6'4", Jared Goff. 6'6", Joe Flacco. Eli was 6'5". Peyton was 6'5.5" or whatever he was. Dillon Gabriel is noticeably smaller and thinner than Bo Nix, and Bo Nix is not ideal size in the NFL. He is a very, very small guy. Shedeur Sanders, he's much bigger and much better. Shedeur is 6'2", historically accurate, and I have seen him standing around normal-sized people. He's big. He's a big 6'.
This is the thing about Dillon Gabriel. The reason why he's starting is because somewhere where he got drafted in the 3rd round, and he's supposed to be one of the quarterbacks where he's going to be. He's smart. He might not have the big arm, might not be a big quarterback because he's pretty small, but he's smart. This ain't smart. Where you going with this? He had a couple plays in this game where I was trying to figure out where's he going, because quarterbacks like him that might not be super talented, they be smart and they know where to go with the ball. Because like your argument is why we not playing Shedeur because of that, because he's smart and all. But man, it's time to move on now. We seen him. Wow.
So you think it's time to move on already?
Like, what are we waiting on? They getting beat every week. They getting beat on and beat on and beat on. Your star player is frustrated, and he got 5, 6, 7 sacks in the game. He's still frustrated. What are we trying to do here? See what you got. You know you're going to get a top 3 draft pick. I mean, that's easy to know. And then the quarterback's like, all right, are we going to roll with Dillon for the future? Or we got Shedeur, who everybody wants to see? Maybe Shedeur is better than we thought. Maybe, you know what? Maybe he's not. And maybe he goes out and plays and says, you know what? He does a bad job, and now they're quiet. The whispers about he should play now.
Yeah.
Let's find out, though. This is the thing about Dillon Gabriel. The reason why he's starting is because somewhere where he got drafted in the 3rd round, and he's supposed to be one of the quarterbacks where he's going to be. He's smart. He might not have the big arm, might not be a big quarterback because he's pretty small, but he's smart.
They don't make caps like this anymore, but for years we did.
I think Dillon Gabriel has.
Tell the team about it, man. I'll never get tired of spinning this. I'm so damn not too typical, they just get fitty. They got me pretty. They know how to run relationships. These gon' keep on hating me, cause I'm at the top right now. I need people with me. I've been traveling all around. It's been about 200 G's. That's a life, bitch. I'm rich. You like me. I only got one chance to do it right. If I do it right, we live it like. Lord, man, please protect me from your vice. Had a comment, turn that was way too ice. She love the way I dress, yeah, I be styling.
If you take photos on the job and your camera roll looks like this, your business is...
I learned a natural trick online.
The thing about Dillon and Shedeur is Dillon Gabriel started getting first-team reps immediately after he was drafted. The team, Kevin Stefanski, the coach staff, they said, this guy's ready for that. He's advanced. He understands the terminology. He understands how the offense operates. He's done this. He gets first team reps. He's ready to go. We're confident enough in him to trade Kenny Pickett and make him the backup quarterback. We're confident enough to make him the starter, and then we'll trade Joe Flacco and just get him out of here anyway, because we are confident in what Dillon Gabriel can do. He had all summer, all training camp, all preseason as that, the rookie that was taking first team reps. And after 4 games, it's clearly obvious he is not anything close to what they told us. And all they've told us is that Shedeur is not any of that stuff. This is supposed to be Kevin's guy, and he can't even run the freaking offense for Kevin. But now it's been 4 games. In 4 games, you should have seen at least a throw, a play where he said, ooh. Now there you go. That's a play that a franchise quarterback or a good starter can make. Hasn't been a single one yet. 4 games. I don't care what anybody says. That's enough time to evaluate and say, it's not going to be there. There's been, like you said, no glimpses. Just is what it is. It's another failure at the quarterback position for the Browns.
Y'all hear that
about
shit.
Dillon and Shedeur is Dillon Gabriel started getting first team reps immediately after he was drafted. The team, Kevin Stefanski, the coach said, they said, this guy's ready for that. He's advanced. He understands the terminology. He understands how the offense operates. He's done this. He gets first team reps. He's ready to go. We're confident enough in him to trade Kenny Pickett and make him the backup quarterback. We're confident enough to make him the starter, and then we'll trade Joe Flacco and just get him out of here anyway, because we are confident in what Dillon Gabriel can do. He had all summer, all training camp, all preseason as that, the rookie that was taking first team reps. And after 4 games, it's clearly obvious he is not anything close to what they told us. And all they've told us is that Shedeur is not any of that stuff. This is supposed to be Kevin's guy, and he can't even run the freaking offense for Kevin. But now it's been 4 games. In 4 games, you should have seen at least a throw, a play where he said, ooh. Now there you go. That's a play that a franchise quarterback or a good starter can make. Hasn't been a single one yet. 4 games. I don't care what anybody says. That's enough time to evaluate and say, it's not going to be there. There's been, like you said, no glimpses. Just is what it is. It's another failure at the quarterback position for the Browns.
Nah, Wayne. Nah, that ship sailed. You can do that, but you're wasting time. We already seen it. You saw it. No rookie in the NFL looks as bad as Dillon Gabriel. None. There is no rookies that look as bad as Dillon Gabriel. There is no rookie with 4.5 yards per pass attempt. So no, we don't need to give Dillon Gabriel no more time. I know they're going to, but it's a waste of time. You could have kept Joe Flacco for that. And I would say, you know what? Cool. Even fucking Kenny Pickett. But why the fuck would you play Dillon Gabriel and just keep playing him? And just because they drafted him before Shedeur don't mean shit. Shedeur was a first-round prospect. Gabriel was a 5th-round prospect. You look at it. You look at it. Gabriel was not projected to go in the 3rd round. He was projected to go in the 6th round. Shedeur is projected to go in the 1st round. So no matter what you say, and we know that when people slide on the draft, it's because of something, not totally because they can't play. Let's just say somebody slid in the draft because of their attitude or because somebody thinks that they're arrogant, right? Does that take away from their playing ability because they slid in the draft? And we heard that it was because, oh, he's too cocky. Oh, he thinks he's this. Oh, he thinks he's that. So with that being said, just because they didn't want to pick you because you thought you was cocky does not mean that somebody's better than you because they got drafted in the 3rd and you got drafted in the 5th. Clearly, it already, based on the projections, based on projections alone and nothing else but projections, Shedeur Sanders is a far better player, far more desired player, and Dillon Gabriel was not even on the radar, being a 6th-round draft. Nobody talked about Dillon Gabriel. Nobody knew Dillon Gabriel. We never heard of Dillon Gabriel, to be honest with you. I've never in my life ever heard of Dillon Gabriel until he got drafted on the team with Shedeur Sanders. Other than that, I don't think I would have heard of Dillon Gabriel. In college, he wasn't on the radar. No, he was not on the radar at all in college. But he was projected to go in the 6th round. So, with that being said, everything you're saying is fluff. It's all fluffed up. Nah. Yeah, Dillon Gabriel, never heard of him. And no matter how much time you give him, it's not going to change. Like, you got to be a sports idiot to sit here and say, give him another chance. Or he's going to be okay. Or he's going to do this. He's going to do that. Nah. Nope. Yes. Yes, Shedeur was always a 1st-round talent. Absolutely he was. And you know why? Who you seen starting that first game? I know that shit broke your heart. I know it broke your motherfucking heart if you sitting here saying, give Gabriel some more. He don't look like nothing. I just told you this boy is throwing 4.5 yards per attempt. What the fuck is that? That is high school stats. I can go out there and throw fucking 4.5 yards. It's nothing to do. By the time you throw 4.5 yards, the fucking defenders ain't even in the backfield yet. So what good is it doing throwing 4 to 5 yards? And tell me another rookie that came into the league throwing 4.5 yards. Tell me one. No, Bo Nix was not throwing no. Bo Nix can throw down the fucking field. Bo Nix can throw down the field. Yeah, Bo Nix can throw down the field. Dillon Gabriel don't got it. Dillon Gabriel got a popcorn arm. They try to say that he had this strong arm. He doesn't. They try to say that Dillon Gabriel was a supercomputer. He's not. They try to say that Dillon Gabriel was this smart quarterback, and it shows that he's confused. He's running to the wrong side of the backfield, blowing up plays by missing a running back. Nothing about Dillon Gabriel is smart. He looks very confused. He looks shrunken in the set. When you see him around other people, he looks very, very small. Not anything to. He doesn't look like an NFL quarterback at all. Not one time. Never. Dillon Gabriel is trash. Shedeur Sanders, by all top prospects. You heard Texas Tech's coach say if you have in the draft and you need a quarterback and you got the first pick, without a doubt, he would pick Shedeur Sanders over every quarterback in college. You know why? Because Shedeur Sanders knows the game. Shedeur Sanders grew up around the game. Shedeur Sanders is an elite quarterback. Actually, if you go and look at the stats for Joe Montana, go look at the stats for Dan Marino. Go look at the stats for a lot of the great quarterbacks that's Hall of Fame quarterbacks. They wasn't fucking Heisman Trophy winners or up for the Heisman Trophy winner, none of that shit. But they was good quarterbacks because of what they could do. Not how many yards they got in college. Nobody gives a fuck about your college yards in the pros. They care about how many yards can you get in the pros. So everything you're talking about college, nobody gives a fuck about anymore. They're in the pros now. Nobody's going to look at their college stats to see whether or not they're going to make the pros. Now that they're in the pros, they need to show that they can fucking perform in the pros. And Dillon Gabriel is showing that he cannot perform in the pros. And like I said, Bo Nix is performing pretty well, but it's still a system. He still got to be in the system. And those systems are not winning systems. So it doesn't really matter if you put these guys in these systems. The only person you've seen win, and you can go and look at, he got the same coach, Sean Payton. Double tap the screen when you come into the live, folks. We're talking about Dillon Gabriel. We're talking about Shedeur Sanders, the Cleveland Browns, all the haters, as well as Myles Garrett. It's a lot going on in Cleveland, and you just need to know that we tune into it each and every day, multiple times a day. So click that like button, share the video, and definitely subscribe to the channel. Let's chop it. What the hell? The fuck is Dillon Gabriel doing? That type of shit. This is what they want to give more. They want to give this more chances. This mediocre shit right here. Wayne's World says give this bullshit right here another chance. He just needs to get warmed up, y'all. This is all that Dillon Gabriel needs is some more time. He just needs to acclimate to the NFL. Because right now he's looking like a fucking rookie. He's looking like a goddamn high school quarterback with high school stats. This boy only got 500 yards in 4 fucking games. 556 yards in 5 games. That ain't no fucking NFL quarterback, Wayne. Wayne's World. No, that's not the receiver's fault. Because that ain't where the fucking passing point is. Stupid. What the hell? You listen, that's why he's not going to be good, because of motherfuckers like you. People like you who want to give mediocrity a whole bunch of fucking chances is why this boy is sorry as shit. You can't baby no goddamn football player. What the hell? Dillon Gabriel is trash. Nothing you're saying in the chat is going to change it. 500 yards in 4 games is probably the worst QBR, worst quarterback rating in the history of the NFL. That shit is trash. And like I said, no matter how many people jump in the chat and try to take up for Dillon Gabriel, it's not going to make him better. It's not going to make him better. What Dillon Gabriel needs to do is go and probably play in another league or hold that clipboard and try to be a coach, because he know the game, but he don't have the physical attributes to actually play in the NFL. The game is speeded up a lot. And if you look, Dillon Gabriel is very slow. But what I will attribute it to is look at what just happened when Kyler Murray, another midget, another short quarterback who struggles. He can do it, but he got to do so fucking much just to get a playoff that Jacoby Brissett just came in the game and made Kyler Murray look real stupid. And I'm going to tell you right now, Kyler Murray's job is in jeopardy because he's the same as Dillon Gabriel. He's the same as Dillon Gabriel. He's a small, short guy who got to run the fuck around to see over the line and do all this extra maneuvering. to fucking get there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dillon Gabriel just ain't gonna do it. Trash. Look at this shit. Let me ask you this, Wayne's World. Why in the fuck haven't you heard any good comments about Dillon Gabriel? Since you're in the chat with your pom-poms on and shit like a... I ain't even gonna say that. But since you're in the chat, pumping your pom-poms so hard, why isn't anybody else saying the same shit you're saying? All I hear is a bunch of people who really don't know shit about football. You know what I'm saying? You might watch it and you might like it, but these are experts that we listening to tell you the same shit that I'm telling you, that Dillon Gabriel is fucking trash and they need to move on and they need to fucking wake the fuck up. And why would an NFL professional head coach play around with a team that's he's supposed to be leading to win with a quarterback that can't fucking do it? Period. Look at Myles Garrett. He don't want to fucking be there. He don't want to play with them motherfuckers no more. He just said, when you got your best player saying that, hey, man, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Maybe I need to go somewhere else if I really want to win. That means the quarterback play is fucking horrendous. And he don't see no future in them winning because we're playing around with this sorry-ass boy when we got goal sitting right there on the bench. Yeah, your pom-poms on way big. You got big-ass pom-poms. Don't tell me you ain't got no fucking pom-poms on. I know who you are. I know what you are. And I know why you on this motherfucker bagging for Dillon Gabriel. You want to see a mediocre, inferior athlete get privilege. That's what you want to see. You're cool with mediocrity. And if you ain't no Browns fan, then you might need to shut up. Because at the end of the day, what your pom-poms on for? What are you rooting for? Are you rooting for privilege? Because that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Oh, yeah. Not for long. Hey, Big Ready. Y'all heard it. Big Ready. Every time this boy say something in the motherfucking, on the internet, the whole internet goes crazy. Yeah. This boy got bigger fan base than Taylor Swift out this motherfucker. I'm trying to tell you. So at the end of the day, the Shedeurians will have the last laugh. And all you pipe dreamers and you window lickers, y'all gonna be upset. And y'all still gonna be in the chat talking about, he's not that good. Shedeur's not that good. But at the end of the day, he already a millionaire. So all you losers, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't make Dillon Gabriel better at all. But what you can do is make him look dumb by waving pom-poms around for a month. Look at this little motherfucker. Look at this little motherfucker. Y'all can't, it's nothing you could do. Yeah. Yeah, it's nothing you can do. Nobody's saying, it's nobody in football that's saying Stefanski is a genius. Kevin Stefanski knows what the fuck he's doing. He's got a fucking midget in there that can't even play. He must know something. But at the end of the day, that shit don't mean nothing. All it means is that some people are mad. It means that some people are upset. It means that some people are really, really angry. And they are fucking in their feelings. And they want their privilege. And so what? Shedeur is a great player. We don't care. We want to see a fucking sorry-ass little short dude play. Let him play. You let that little guy play. We're mad. That's what's going on here. A bunch of guppies is mad, and they want to see the little guy that look like them play. Let him play. We want to see Gabriel play. Sorry ass motherfucking sorry ass people. But y'all inferior fans, and he's an inferior athlete. And that's what it is. So y'all keep on waving your little pom-poms. Wave your little pom-poms, but it's not going to help him. He's still not going to be able to throw more than 4 to 5 yard passes. He still didn't start the motherfucking season off because they tried to throw Shedeur in there thinking that he wasn't ready because he ain't getting no first team reps, but he bombed on their motherfucking ass. And everybody was in they fucking, everybody had their lips tucked the fuck in. Everybody had their motherfucking lips tucked in. And we love that shit. Because one thing is for sure, two things for certain. Medicine don't taste good, do it, motherfuckers. Medicine don't taste good at all. Medicine tastes like motherfucking medicine. And guess what? Bam. This guy right here is going to break y'all motherfucking heart. Because Tommy Rees didn't come here to satisfy mediocrity. That's not what Tommy Rees came here for. Tommy Rees came here to take the wheel away from the guy that's driving off a motherfucking cliff on purpose. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know what? If Tommy Rees come out and say, look, Shedeur is too great of a quarterback for me to throw him in this hellfire. So we're going to let Dillon Gabriel burn himself out, and then we're going to trade his ass next year, or we're going to get him the fuck out the way, or cut him. Just put his ass on waivers. Because he's not really worth nothing else. Ain't nobody looking for Dillon Gabriel. If they was to release Dillon Gabriel today, Dillon Gabriel would be out of the fucking NFL. But if Shedeur was to get released today, it would be the biggest motherfucking talk of the town. Everybody will be blowing their fucking hats off to try and get this motherfucker. This dude don't even want to play with them motherfuckers no more. He's ready to go. Yeah. So when it all comes down to it, he don't want to play with him no more. He's about to sit his ass down. He is definitely calling for Shedeur to be playing in the game because he knows the star power and what a star power can bring to a team. His ass is about to get fired. Y'all about to be mad. Look at all these people right here and look what they got in their hands. I don't see a fucking Gabriel jersey no motherfucking where. Nobody wants to see Dillon Gabriel. And guess what? Shedeur already showed them motherfuckers on the field what the fuck he can do. So no matter what y'all want to talk about, Shedeur Sanders is smoking shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. It don't even matter what y'all saying because it's already done. The people have spoken. And guess what the people want? They want Shedeur Sanders. You don't hear nobody call. I wonder where Dillon Gabriel family at, because them motherfuckers ain't saying nothing. They're not saying shit. I wonder what the hell they're saying, because who's supporting Dillon Gabriel right now? Because the fucking Cleveland fans are not behind Dillon Gabriel whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Whatsoever. The Cleveland fans are not behind Dillon Gabriel whatsoever. In no way, shape, form, or fashion. So that's got to be some lonely shit. It has got to be some lonely shit. Dillon Gabriel is I'm sure he ain't sleeping well at night. I'm almost certain. Let's see what we got here.
The most disappointing thing about the Cleveland Browns is they don't know that if they would just put a little time, energy, and effort into Shedeur Sanders, he might pay some of the most big dividends. Did you see him on the sideline just asking? They just want somebody, they won't even say his name, really. But like, he's asking Andrew Berry, like, I did good, you proud? Like, he just wants somebody to say, hey, we appreciate your skill set too. And we got a plan for you, and we want to see you ball. Because
that's right. Big 12, isn't it? You come and double tap the screen, y'all.
He has what it takes to carry
The haters is in the house, and I love it.
He has to go out and we all
It's the
say
best part of my
everything I say
chat.
about you is football based. He has to go do it on the football field.
Yeah. Come on, haters. Come in here. Talk that bullshit that y'all be talking that get my chat hype.
Organization to have a lot of people believing back in the Cleveland Browns and what the resurgence could be. The most disappointing thing about the Cleveland Browns is they don't know that if they
Yeah. Look at this.
Marshall back in the game, does a nice job picking up the blitz. Sanders throws.
Touchdown.
Davis again.
I ain't heard Gabriel do this shit yet. Don't leave now, bitches.
Monty Marshall back in the game, does a nice job picking up the blitz. Sanders throws. Touchdown. Davis again.
Yeah. You're telling the truth a little bit, John, but guess what? That just means there's still some hate motherfuckers, including you. Just because you can do something with your privilege don't mean that Shedeur Sanders ain't the best motherfucking quarterback. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. You don't see Gabriel. Ooh. You don't see Gabriel doing this shit, boy. Look at that. That's 12 energy, motherfuckers. Now y'all want to see some fucking Gabriel shit?
Monty Marshall back in the game, does a nice job picking up the blitz. Sanders throws. Touchdown. Davis.
Look at that. Double tap the screen. If you on that big 12 energy, man, double tap the screen right fucking now. If you not, just watch this shit and shut the fuck up. Look at that. If that was fucking Gabriel, he would have got sacked. Because he looked right at the motherfucker and still get sacked. Look at this shit. Y'all not seeing this from Gabriel. Look at that. Pocket awareness, accuracy, tight window, touchdown. Woo! Oh, no, this is the first string, motherfucker. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it was. There you go again. You's a bitch. Look at that. I don't even give a fuck what it was against. Gabriel ain't do this shit against the third string. Gabriel ain't did this shit against no motherfucking body. Nobody. Yeah. Keep watching, bitches. Run that money up. Keep commenting. Yeah, we got them going now, baby.
But I will say, the most disappointing thing about the Cleveland Browns is they don't know that if they would just put a little time, energy, and effort into Shedeur Sanders, he might pay some of the most big dividends. Did you see him on the sideline just
You can't say what the fuck I say.
They won't even say his name.
I already said that.
Asking Andrew Berry, like, I did good, you proud? Like, we just want somebody to say, hey, we appreciate you.
Let me read this to you, nitwits.
There's practically no difference between our $40 shoes and other brands' $400 pairs. They're even more comfortable than Skechers. Our shoes use top-grade Gore-Tex, lightweight.
So if he comes out and he turns this thing around and they're moving the ball and it looks better.
He won't. Look at little Dillon Gabriel. This little sorry bitch.
It's one of them things. I like what he did at Alabama. I thought he had a nice mix. I thought he was creative when he was there. And I mean, anytime you could be an offensive coordinator under Nick Saban, you know what type of energy he got. You better be prepared. He gonna question you every
Man,
time.
shut the fuck up. You ain't gonna be nowhere. You gonna be in that bitch crying like a fucking girl.
Moving the ball and it looks better.
You ain't gonna be
If I'm
shit.
being real, like, it just gives me something to get excited for to watch the game on Sunday. That's about
Sorry,
it.
motherfuckers.
To do in terms of his career and whether or not he should go back.
some other actions that indicate that Stefanski is.
I just want to know
Shedeur.
who's speaking up for Dillon Gabriel?
When he was named quarterback.
Because I ain't heard no fucking body speaking up for Dillon. I don't see no clips where people are saying Dillon looks good. All we got to do, I hear people saying is this, man, just give the guy some more time. Just give him some more time. Just give him some more time and he'll come around. Nah. I mean, you can give him all the time you want. It's not going to change. I mean, granted, the more you play, the more you do anything, the better you're going to get. But you can't have a quarterback like Shedeur Sanders sitting down doing shit like y'all motherfuckers just seen and sit out there and act like Dillon Gabriel is it. I wouldn't give a fuck if Shedeur Sanders came out there and did bad. The man just told you the ceiling is fucking higher with Shedeur Sanders. Period. Now shut the fuck up.
Back 4 hater on a depth chart with Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, and Dillon Gabriel. Trash. Even though he balled out against the Panthers in week 1 of the preseason, he remained 4th until Pickett got traded.
See, I play somebody who's telling the truth and you lying motherfuckers. Listen, liars.
Stefanski is not trying to turn to Shedeur.
Double click the screen, you lying motherfuckers.
When he was named quarterback 4 hater on a depth chart with Kenny Pickett,
Hater.
Joe Flacco, and Dillon Gabriel. Trash. Even though he balled out against the Panthers in week 1 of the preseason, he remained 4th until Pickett got traded and Flacco got traded. And then some other actions that indicate that Stefanski is not trying to turn to Shedeur. Well, look, start in the preseason. When he was named quarterback 4 hater on a depth chart with Ken.
Remove your car scratches in 60 seconds or get your money back. Look.
Single dumbest, most mind-boggling coaching decision in recent Cleveland Browns history. The one that had every fan, every analyst, and every talking head screaming into a microphone, was actually the most brilliant, cold-blooded, and calculated move in the entire NFL. What if I told you that benching the most electrifying college quarterback we've seen in a generation, Shedeur Sanders, wasn't a mistake? What if it was step 1 of a diabolical master plan so audacious, so manipulative, that it makes Machiavelli look like a choir boy? Because right now, behind the closed doors of the Browns facility, a storm is brewing. Owner Jimmy Haslam, fresh off securing a $1 billion stadium deal for Cleveland, is done playing games. Leaked reports are flooding out of Berea, painting a picture of a civil war inside the organization. We're hearing that Haslam just shut down his own head coach, Kevin Stefanski, in front of the entire staff. The whispers say Haslam is furious, that he's done watching Stefanski coddle the offense and hold back the future of the franchise. And now, with the ink still drying on that single dumbest, most mind-boggling coaching decision in recent Cleveland Browns history, the one that had every fan, every analyst, and every talking head screaming into a microphone, was actually the most...
1, 2, 3, and to the 4.
Do some shit the next day, because if you fuck around with me, your ass gonna be sideways. And your feet gonna be still straight. Mm-hmm. Boy, shut your bitch ass mouth. You don't even know. You just know you're racist. You just know you're envious. You just know you mad at people who could do shit better than you, who gonna fuck better than you, who gonna do everything better than you. And you gonna be dealing with that whack shit you deal with. You know what I'm saying? And I would be mad too, I'm just trying to tell you. Or I would be trying to be like them. Because a lot of you motherfuckers wish, but it'll never be. Do some shit.
1, 2, 3, and to the 4.
I do want to celebrate my birthday more.
1, 2, 3.
best game plan in the world. But if you got 2 weeks in a bye week, you can't get none of this off. The powers of the Black Panther has now been stripped away. Exactly. That's why I got popcorn. I'm just chilling. I'm just reminding y'all what y'all said. Now, by the way, don't get mad at little me. I was there when you said all this stuff. And by the way, I rebutted in real time. I ain't sit here and say, no, hold on now. I rebutted in real time. You got to accept the receipts of the thing. If Dillon Gabriel plays poorly against the Jets, I think that's gonna take. That's how.
That's a wrap for his motherfucking ass.
What you're telling me is that you had 2 weeks to prepare. You could bring him over for dinner, go over all the plays. You guys can watch, getting your DVR together, watch Grey's Anatomy, reruns of the House, or whatever you're going to do, The Office, and you guys can get together and have the best game plan in the world. But if you got 2 weeks in a bye week, you can't get none of this off. The powers of the Black Panther has now been stripped away. Exactly. That's why I got popcorn. I'm just chilling.
Discipline doesn't work for ADHD man until he starts doing this. He says he'll start on Monday. Every single week, he buys planners and watches motivational.
There's a difference in between being humble and being humbled. Like, the world tried to humble Shedeur Sanders, the drafters and the scouts and the evaluators, but he just used it to be humble in the way he went about
you
work,
bitch ass
the composure,
motherfuckers.
the poise, and the way that he's handled his situation, being the fourth quarterback. Throughout this, he's not ruffled any feathers. He's shown that he can be a leader. He's shown that he understands he has to earn it. He's told Deion, hey, you gotta wait. And the people talking about whether or not this opportunity is a setup, they don't understand ball. There is no success without an opportunity. And there is no such thing as luck when they say preparation meets opportunity. But this man's been preparing for this moment his entire life. And think about the amount of Shedeur Sanders jerseys that have been sold. Think about the way people watch that game. Those are not Cleveland Browns fans. Those are Shedeur Sanders fans. And the owner, Jimmy Haslam, said, you know what? Andrew Berry made this pick. And if I'm Andrew Berry, I'm rubbing my hands like Birdman. Right? There's a difference in between being humble and being humbled. Like, the world tried to humble Shedeur Sanders, the drafters and the scouts and the evaluators, but he just used it to be humble in the way he went about work, the composure, the poise, and the way that he's handled his situation, being the fourth quarterback. Throughout this, he's not ruffled any feathers. He's shown that he can be a leader. He's shown that he understands he has to.
And that's what the fuck I'm talking about. See, when you try to put this kind of pressure on a young man like Shedeur Sanders, like, you got to understand, pressure create a motherfucking diamond. And you put this motherfucking boy under all this pressure and all this shit he doing, and when he come out here playing knockout, drop dead motherfucking football, y'all motherfuckers gonna be looking crazy. Y'all gonna be looking real stupid, and y'all gonna be in y'all feelings. But he gonna be in his motherfucking bag. I'm trying to tell you, this is how you create a hero, and this is how you create a motherfucking villain. Don't forget that. This is how you create a hero, and this is how you create a villain. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna be, but I can tell you this. Motherfuckers gonna feel it. Just know that. People gonna feel it. When this boy get his opportunity, people gonna feel it. And this guy right here might be the motherfucker to give him his opportunity. Because I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all think that this motherfucker coming in here just sit around and bullshit with Kevin Stefanski, I don't believe that. I believe that this is the end of Kevin Stefanski. This is the beginning of the motherfucking end of Kevin Stefanski. He get ready to get the fuck out the way. He about to lose his goddamn job. And he should have been lost his job. Where the motherfucking haters go. It was live in this bitch with haters a couple minutes ago. But long story short, man, it's getting late. I done talked enough shit for the night. Everybody understands that Big 12 energy cannot be stopped. You can get in the chat or in the fucking comments and bump your motherfucking fingers and tell them bitches it's red on the top. It ain't gonna change nothing, and it's not gonna stop the course of an ultimate superstar that come from ultimate superstar genes. That, you know what I'm saying? Like Shiloh, that's his son too, but Shiloh don't have that shit like Shedeur got. Shedeur got something else. And I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm gonna get on early tomorrow. Seems like more people are active earlier, and this late night shit is for the birds. Holla.